Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you 7 common mistakes that English learners usually do that I did in the past, and thanks to their ability to be not that obvious, you can do these mistakes even if you have an advanced or high level of English. So I really advise you to watch this video in order to understand these mistakes, in order to recognize these mistakes and never do them in the future. If you're interested in that topic, continue watching this video. Order of the words in indirect speech. Let's look at these 2 examples. How do you think? What sentence is correct? Yes, Dana asked me where the shop is. And you may guess, why? I see the question here, so we need to change the order of the words. Not really, because there is no question in this sentence. If we say it in a way, Tanya asked me where is the shop, then we change the order of the words. But in the first example, there are words in a direct speech, so we don't change the order of the words in indirect speech. The second mistake, difference between since and from. Let's look at these examples. How do you think? What sentence is correct? The sentence with since is correct, but why? You can use both since and from when you talk about the past, but in order to use the word from, you need to have specific period of time. For example, I can say I lived in that city from 2010 to 2013, for example. But if I don't have that specific period of time, I cannot tell you the word from. For example, I can tell you I've been learning English since I was a child, and that would be correct. Version with from I was a child is not correct. And now please look at these examples. And how do you think? Which of them is correct? The version with the word from is correct. And here remember, when you talk about the future, you use the word from. This webinar will start from 5 p.m. The third common mistake, apostrophe in plural words with this letter at the end. Let's look at these 2 examples. How do you think? Which of them is correct? Yes, the second one. Remember, if you have this scenario when you have the plural word with the s at the end, never add extra letters at the end of this word. You just need to use apostrophe at the end and that's it. The fourth common mistake is if versus when. And that's really easy to remember. We use if we talk about situations that are whether impossible or possible, but we are not sure about them. For example, if I knew Chinese, I would have started YouTube channel in Chinese language. So it's kind of impossible or possible, but I'm not sure about it. And we use when we feel more confident about a specific situation, when we are 90% confident about this situation. For example, when I graduate from school, I'll apply to the university. So yeah, pretty confident, pretty simple. Yes, we can replace if with when or when with if we are talking about regular events. For example, when I go to the gym, I feel more healthy. Or if I go to the gym, I feel more healthy. Like it's pretty regular events, so I can use if or when, and the context doesn't change. The fifth mistake, difference between like, as, and such as. And listen to me closely. You need to pronounce as like as with z at the end, not as, because as it's not what we are talking about. So let's look at these examples. Connect the sentences with correct words. Okay, I'm gonna explain all of it. We use as in order to compare something. For example, I can say, I care about my YouTube channels as much as about my homework from school, for example. Or we can use this word when we try to refer to particular role or purpose of person or thing. For example, he works in the restaurant as a waiter. That means that he is the waiter, and like we use this as in order to create this reference. I can't say that I explain you this material as a teacher because I'm not a teacher. We will come back to that example, but here you need to understand this little difference. I cannot say as just in order to compare myself with other roles because I'm not a teacher. I cannot say I teach you this as a teacher. And here we use like in order to compare similar things. And here I can't say that I'm trying to explain you these rules like a teacher, meaning that I'm not a teacher, but I'm talking like a teacher, meaning I sound like a teacher. So you need to understand this difference. He's acting like a stupid. She's dancing like a professional dancer, meaning that she may not be this professional dancer, but the way she's dancing is so great, so we propose that she may be a professional dancer. Like, it's not 100% sure. I know that sounds really strange, but this is the truth. This is the main difference between as and like, so remember it. The last phrase is such as, and we can easily replace this phrase with the phrase for example. I like vegetables such as potato and cabbage. It's not the truth, just for example. The sixth mistake is so versus such. Let's look at these examples. And how do you think? What's wrong with these examples? The problem is that we can't use so in these examples. We can use so only before the adjective when there's no noun after this adjective. She is so generous, my cat is so charming. No nouns other than examples, but if you want to use them, you can use the phrase such, and that would be correct. For example, she is such a generous friend. My cat is such a charming pet. It is such a complicated task. And the last, people usually do this mistake when they try to single out one thing from a huge amount. For instance, look at this example. One of the best student or students. The correct answer is with students. You need to use plural form of the word in order to single out one thing. One of the best speakers. She is one of the best students. It is one of the best evenings. I'm one of the most amazing bloggers. Hope so. Okay guys, that was everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you understood these mistakes and you will never do it again. If this is the truth, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and write in the comments down below how many of these mistakes you actually did and how many of them you knew before you watched this video. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.